Live from the MVG Production Studios on YouTube, this is Jeopardy! Now entering the studio are today's contestants. A merchandiser from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Mark Leota. A college student from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Scott Michaels. And a cashier from Texarkana, Arkansas, Chris Chambers. And now, here's your host of Jeopardy, Brandon Scruggs. Hello, thank you. Thank you all. Welcome in to our first episode of Jeopardy here at MVG Productions. Glad you could be with us here. If for those of you who've been watching the channel for a minute now, you've seen a couple test episodes that we've done of the series, and now, at long last, after 7 years, we are finally doing a full season of Jeopardy, but it's not quite the Jeopardy that you know. Most of the game is still intact, but there's a couple rule differences, and I'm going to go over them with y'all real quick before we get started here. In our game, we're not only looking for correct answers, we're also looking for funny ones that can make you laugh, because sometimes Jeopardy can be boring, but at the same time, it's very informative. So if our contestants are able to give me a funny answer that makes me laugh, and I'm a pretty good judge of comedy, they're going to earn half credit for their clues. However, if someone buzzes in and gives me the correct answer to the clue, they're going to get full credit and the clue ends, and no one else can jump in. On a funny answer, someone else can jump in and still get full credit there. And also, on the daily doubles, if someone finds the daily double and they get the question wrong, one of their opponents can jump in and try to steal it from them. So, on daily doubles and on final, they must give me the correct answers. No funny answers allowed there. We're looking for the good answers because there's a lot of money on the line there. So, just wanted to get that all out in front so you guys at home understand the rules. I've already explained it to our contestants here, Chris, Scott, and Mark. Good luck to you all. I say we jump into it, and let's jump into the Jeopardy round, I should say here. One daily double on the board along with these subjects. It's slang-tastic. Athletes. We'll deal with some dinosaurs. Deal with some African-American history. Talk about Katy Perry. And then finally, you just made the A list. Yes, for my wrestling people out there, you're welcome. All right, toss the coin backstage, and Chris, you're in the first position, so get us started, please.
Let's go with A list for 200, please.
All right. You're so cool, pristine, and full of energy. You're like this biggest U.S. state. Mark.
What is Alaska?
That is correct.
Athletes for 200.
In 2013, he finished first in the official world golf ranking. Chris.
Who is Tiger Woods?
That's right.
A list for 400, please.
Okay. You're so solid, some call you one of these, a heavy object attached to a rope that holds a boat in place. Mark.
What is an anchor?
That's right.
Athletes for 400, please.
In the 2013 season, this Denver quarterback threw for 55 touchdown passes, but had a Super Bowl he'd rather forget. Scott.
Who is Peyton Manning?
That's right.
That is not your slang bitch for 600.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Mike. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. this protuberance day. Mark.
What is hump day?
That's the one.
Yes.
Athletes for 6.
In 2014, this 18-year-old became the youngest ever Olympic slalom gold medalist. Chris.
Who is Simone Biles?
That's incorrect.
Ugh.
Scott and Mark? It was Michaela Schifrin. All right, Mark,
Okay.
your selection.
Athletes for 8.
Rafa is all you need. People know you mean this tennis superstar. Mark.
Who's Rafael Nadal?
That's right.
Athletes for 1,000.
Complete the category. This Yankee shortstop, if you're going to play, you're out to win. Baseball, board games, playing Jeopardy, I hate to lose. And that famous shortstop would be Derek Jeter, number
Oh,
2. Derek
Man,
Jeter.
I was going to say that. Mm.
All right, Mark, still your board.
It's not your slang bitch for 200.
I already made that joke.
Explosive way to jump into a picture right before it's taken. Scott.
Was photobomb.
That's it.
Slangericious for 1,000.
Answer there. Sea life term for making romantic overtures online using a false ID. You've been. Scott.
What is catfished?
That's right.
Slang-a-lang-a ding-dong for 8.
One term for talking trash about someone is throwing this, like a big elm tree might do. Scott.
Was throwing shade, bitch.
That is right.
Finish off slanging down low.
All right. This 4-letter word for a sharp sound means an insult. Put O before it, and you're basically saying, oh, no, he didn't. Scott.
Was oh snap.
That's right.
The California girl for 400.
Okay. Who You Love is Katie's duet with this man. Scott.
Oh God. Who is Kanye West?
No, incorrect. Chris and Mark? That was actually her duet with John Mayer. John Mayer.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, go again.
Dinosaurs for 6.
Picture clue on this one. The name of this Jurassic World lab creation means untamable king. Scott.
What is big ass motherfucker-osaurus?
All right, worth half there, but not quite the answer we're looking for. Anybody else? Mark.
What is a raptor?
No, I'm sorry. Chris, you want to take a guess?
No.
All right, that creature there is known as the Indominus Rex. Indominus Rex, there's what we're looking for. Let's see, Scott, you're on the last bit of money, so it's your pick.
Let's go to African American history for 6.
Okay. In 1960, at a segregated lunch counter in North Carolina, 4 African American students staged one of these immobile protests. Scott.
Was a sit down.
No.
Oh.
Mark.
What is a sit-in?
A sit-in is what we're looking for.
Ah.
And that brings you up to $2,000. And that brings us to our first commercial break. We're going to pause for the cause. Back with more Jeopardy right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back here to Jeopardy. Good start in our game so far. Let's talk with our contestants here a bit. Mark Leota first here. You're a merchandiser from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I know you're into video games, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what are you playing right now?
Well, as of right now, my current main LP project going on, of course, is the remake for Mario RPG.
Yep, one of my favorite. Actually, is still my favorite video game of all time, and definitely a good one. And I've seen people play through the remake, and it looks great. It's literally the game that might make me actually buy a Switch to play it because I want a piece of that myself. But anyway, good luck to you here on the show. And over to Scott Michaels, a college student from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I know you're in college and you're studying theater, correct?
Correct.
And what are you hoping to do with that degree once you get it?
Well, I'm going for a stage management degree, so I'm gonna see what opportunities I have locally first for stage management. And then maybe look more broader because I would hate to leave the state just because family, but at the same time, whatever pays.
Right, that's true, because Lord knows it's expensive enough out here as it is. But hey, good luck to you, currently in the lead. And Chris Chambers, he's a cashier from Texarkana, Kansas. And I know you're a fan of game shows. What's one of your favorite ones you enjoyed watching?
Texarkana, Arkansas.
Oh, sorry, Texarkana, Arkansas. I'm sorry, what am I saying? My bad. Uh, it's one of those it's one of those new show jitters, folks. I still get them 7 years
It's
later.
okay.
But anyway, Texarkana, Arkansas, yes. And you are in. I know you're a fan of game shows. What was one of your favorites growing up?
The old car GM car shows.
Ah, yes. Did you enjoy the remake when they brought it out a few years ago?
No, I did not.
And I know some people had some controversial things over it. I think it could have had potential, but like I said, there was a couple tweaks it need to make probably for it to work better, I feel. But I enjoyed it, and like I said, it's still Card Sharks, a game that we enjoy playing, and hopefully we'll have a new season for you guys here soon on the channel. But good luck to you, Chris. And as I
Thank you.
look at my notes here and look at the podiums, I see Mark gave me the last correct answer. So Mark, you are in control again. Where are we going?
A-list for 6, please.
What was that?
A-list for 600, please.
Okay, gotcha. No one gets to you. Your skin is as thick as one of these large reptiles, similar to a crocodile. Scott.
What is an alligator?
That's correct.
For 8.
Your voice carries so well, you're known as this, like what a guitar is plugged into. Scott.
What is an amplifier?
That's correct.
Okay. Finish off the A's for 1,000, please.
You're so smart, your brilliance matches that of this ancient philosopher who was a student of Plato. Scott.
God, who is Archimedes?
No, I'm sorry. Mark?
Who is Aristotle?
Aristotle's the one we were looking for. Good job there.
All right, dinosaurs for 2.
Picture clue here. Hellboy is a newly discovered dino with facial horns and a shield-like appendage, was closely related to this 3-horned rhino, or dino. Scott.
Was it Triceratops?
That would be the one it's related to.
Katy Perry for 6.
You pay for 6. I was dreaming for so long and not losing any sleep are lines from this hit. That song was I'm Wide Awake.
Yep.
Scott?
Just go to bed.
Ain't that the truth?
Katy Perry for 8.
All right. Those are real Marines that can be seen in the background with Katie in this video. Scott.
What is who invited this bitch?
Okay. Good enough.
The correct answer is who invited Nels in here?
Good enough for half credit. Anybody else want to buzz?
Hey, Mark, buzz in and say that. I'm sure that'll work.
No.
Nope. The video was part of me. And Mark, just so you know, if you're going to have a funny answer, wait till you buzz in because you can earn half credit for it because I would have probably given it to you for that because that was kind of funny. So, missed out on an opportunity there. And Scott, you're still in control.
Perry the Platypus for 1,000.
Snoop Dogg and a candy-clad Katie are highlights of this video.
Oh,
That would be California Girls.
I thought so. Dang it!
All right. Scott, you're
Finish off Catwoman.
all right. In this video, Katie's jungle adventure includes taming a tiger and painting an elephant's nails. Scott.
What is the song she ripped off? Roar.
That is correct.
African American history for 200.
The National Museum of the African American History and Culture opened in 2016 as part of this museum complex. Scott.
What is the Smithsonian?
That's the one.
Continue that category for 4.
These two Atlanta colleges were both founded soon after the Civil War, and spellhouse marriages between alums are not rare. That would be Morehouse and Spelman were the colleges in question.
Not
there.
the ones I was thinking
All right,
of.
Scott.
I had Spellman. I couldn't remember the other one. African American for 8.
Now 115 years old, the Chicago Defender isn't a Bears safety, but one of the oldest of these for African Americans.
Oh.
It is one of the oldest African American newspapers.
Ah.
Oh.
All right, Scott.
Okay.
Let's go to dinos for 4.
Answer there. The Daily Double.
Aha!
All right, Scott. Remember, just a reminder that if you get the Daily Double wrong, Chris or Mark can jump in and steal the money from you based on your wager. You're currently ahead by 500. How much you want to risk?
1,500.
All right, 1,500 brings you to 5,000 if you get it right. In 2015, scientists concluded that this old name was valid after all. The Apatosaurus was another beast.
That this old name was. What is prehistoric?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I can give it to either Chris or Mark. I will read the clue once again. In 2015, scientists concluded that this old name was valid after all. The Apatosaurus was another beast.
I got nothing.
Now, the beast in question there was the Brontosaurus.
Oh, the
Brontosaurus is what we're looking for there.
Brontosaurus.
All right, cost you a little bit, Scott, but you're still in second, so go again.
Dinosaurs for 8.
Haiyuan, China is the world center for these fossilized items, and in 2015, a road crew found another 43. They were fossilized eggs. Fossilized eggs. 2 clues left.
Are you sure they're not Joanna eggs?
Now,
Dinosaurs for 1,000.
again, Mark, had you buzzed in and said that, you'd have got credit, because that was kind of fun.
Oh, Mark.
All right. Which one, Scott?
Dinos for 1,000, please.
Just like a giraffe, this armed lizard had an extremely long neck that could reach high branches of trees for food. And that dinosaur was the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
Brachiosaurus. Now for the last clue under African American history. M is for Methodist, and this U.S. church that in 1820 launched a mission into West Africa. And you know what? I just realized that the answer is actually in the clue there. So,
Can I buzz in?
no. And in this rare occasion of a host screw up, everybody gets 1,000. So, but there you go. You get 1,000. You get 1,000, and Mark gets 1,000. So apparently, I forgot to spell check it again. Mind you, folks, I started writing this game. I started writing these episodes like 6 months ago, so I apologize there. But hey, my mess up is to our players' benefit. And at the end of the Jeopardy round, or Jeopardy round, Mark is actually in the lead with 4,000. Scott's in second with 3,000, and Chris Chambers is in third with 600, which means he will start first in Double Jeopardy, and we'll get to that right after the break. Stay with us here on Jeopardy. Welcome back to Jeopardy now. Chris Chambers will be selecting first here in the Double Jeopardy round with these subjects. On YouTube, every year, the movie's international title will give you the international title that it's called overseas. You have to tell me what the movie's called here in America. Money Talks, U.S. Cities, and finally, Oscar Songs and Other Words. All right, Chris. You're in third. You get to start.
Let's go every year for 2,000, please.
All right. Tree City, USA is a destination presented to qualifying cities from a foundation devoted to this holiday. Mark.
What is Earth Day?
No. Chris or Scott? That would be Arbor Day. Arbor Day is the one we're looking for. Chris, go again.
Down category for 16, please.
Okay. Picture clue here. It's the spooky holiday being celebrated in AM's 1833 Daniel Maclase painting. Scott.
What is Halloween?
Yep, or All Hallows Eve specifically. You're correct.
Haha! Well, what we are on the YouTubes for 12.
He followed up an extremely stylish video with Gentleman MV, the most watched video of 2013. Scott,
Who is Psy?
that would be the one.
YouTube for 16.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, impressed by doing a split on moving trucks, is in a vid for the Swedish car and trunk company. Company in question is Volvo. It's
Yep.
Volvo. All right, Scott.
2000 YouTube.
February 9th, 2013 was the day that this animal started to end the cat's viral reign as it sang on I Knew You Were in Trouble. That question, that would be the goat. The goat. Yes. Scott?
Well, like I said before, Money Talks for 1200.
If your money is doing this combusting act in your pocket, it means you're very eager to spend it. Mark?
What is burning a hole in your pocket?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube for 4.
Jimmy Kimmel went viral with a video of a girl falling, especially at this kind of derriere dance, or failing at this one. Scott?
No, what is twerking?
Yes, that video was hilarious.
Finish off YouTube, please.
All right. Many saw Mozart and Skrillex locked in an epic one of these battles of history. Scott?
What is?
Yes, and at the time of taping, they just released a new one yesterday, which was great. Loved it. Anyway, Scott, you're up.
I was not made aware of that. Oscar the Grouch for 12.
Wow. 1997. A personal cardiac organ shall endure. Scott?
What is My Heart Will Go On?
Won the Oscar in 97. You're right.
Oscar for 8.
1961. Lunar Brook. Scott?
Oh God, what is Moon
Time.
Struck?
Unfortunately. Chris and Mark?
I know this.
Close. It was Moon River. Moon River was the name of the song.
Brook. Yep, River.
Yep. All right.
I was like, there's no moon trout.
Although that would make for a much more interesting situation there. But again, I digress. Anyway, go again, Scott.
Oscar for 16.
2005. Things are difficult in regards to the call girl management industry. Scott?
What is It's Hard to Get a Slut?
Had you actually not made me laugh, I was going to call you wrong, but you did make me laugh, so that's worth half. But that's not that's not what we're looking for. Anybody else? Time. The song in question was from the "It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp." Was the name of the
Never heard of
song?
that one.
I heard Jason
It's a good
rolling.
one.
That's amazing.
It's all right. Scott, you're still in control.
Oscar for 2.
All right. 1993. Thoroughfares in the Brotherly Love City. Chris.
Fresh Philadelphia?
More specific, more information.
Oh. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
No, I'm sorry. Scott or Mark?
Oh.
I know this.
Yeah, you got the Philadelphia part right, Chris, but we needed the song title. The song title was The Streets of Philadelphia is what we're looking for there.
Man.
So I couldn't give it to you. Sorry about that. Scott, still your board.
Every year for 12.
The Spokane YMCA and Minstrel Alliance helped create the first celebration of this holiday on Sunday, June 19th, 1910. Mark.
What is Father's Day?
That's the one.
Every year for 400?
In November 1927, Felix the Cat became the first character balloon to fly in this New York City parade. Scott.
What is Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
That would be the one.
Close out every year, please.
In Hawaii, this October holiday was replaced with Discoverers Day, commemorating the Polynesian arrival. Mark.
What is Columbus Day?
That's the one.
Movie's international title for 400.
Okay. In France, this film about good old boys, Beau and Luke, somehow became Sheriff Make Me Afraid. Scott.
What is the Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah, how it came up with that international title, I do not understand. But all right, you're bored.
Sheriff Make Me Afraid. I feel like that's also the name of something else that I can't say on air. Movie's international title for 800.
Okay. The actual title name of this Julia Roberts Crusader didn't work for Turkey, which went with Sweet Trouble. Scott.
Oh, God. What is Tomb Raider?
No. Chris or Mark? The movie's title in this case was Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah.
Brockovich.
Tomb Raider was Laura Croft.
Yep. Scott, go again.
Money Talks for 4.
For 4. In an alliterative phrase, to get this for your buck means to maximize value received. Mark.
What is bang for your buck?
That is correct.
I Love Trash 400.
Finishing off that one. In 1939, above that multicolored sky arc. Scott.
What is Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
That is the one we're looking for.
Let's dive into U.S. cities for 8.
Mary Todd Lincoln was born in this Kentucky city, now a major center for horse breeding. Mark.
What is Louisville?
No. Chris or Scott? You had the right starting letter, Mark, but we were looking for Lexington. Kentucky.
Lexington, okay.
Yeah.
Scott, go again.
Money Talks for 8.
Traditionally, to put in this amount is to give your opinion on an issue. Chris.
Wasted 2 cents worth.
That is correct.
Hot dog. Let's go U.S. cities for 2, please.
Answer there. One of our first 2 daily doubles.
Oh boy.
All right. If you want, you're in the hole, so I'll let you risk up to 2,000.
Let's go half for. No, let's go with 1,000, please.
All right, for $1,000, get you out of the hole. If you know this, British General John Forbes named this city for a certain William the Elder.
Wes, I have no idea.
All right, sorry. I'll take that money away from you for 1,000. I will now offer it up to Scott or Mark if you know it here. Again, the clue. British General John Forbes named this city for a certain William the Elder.
I have no idea.
The city in question here was Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is what we're looking for.
Oh.
All right, so Chris, cost you some money there, but you're still in control. You can catch back up.
Let's try cities for 16, please.
Okay. The Olympics were held in the U.S. for the first time in 1904, hosted by this city that is also holding the World's Fair. Chris.
Was it Chicago?
No, sorry.
Man.
Mark.
What is St. Louis?
St. Louis was the one that had it. Correct.
U.S. cities for 400.
Okay. The bright lights of this desert city have been seen by many gamblers from around the world. Scott.
Was Viva Las Vegas?
Yes, that's correct. I was halfway expecting Viva Viagra from you, but again, that's a different story. Anywho, Scott, go ahead.
No, I want the full amount on that one. Movie for 12.
Right. In Turkey, this Christian Bale movie was called Trickster. In Quebec, American Scam. Scott.
Was Joker?
No. Chris or Mark? The clue was in the Turkish title. We were looking for American Hustler. American Hustler.
Oh.
All right, Scott, your pick.
Okay, I don't like that category now. 16 Money Talks.
Giving funds to be part of an organization or struggling through challenges to earn your position.
I don't know.
That would be paying your dues. Paying your dues. All right, Scott, go again.
Finish off Money Talks, please.
Good thing you did. That's the other daily double. All right, you have a $1,400 lead, sir.
200.
200. All right, 200 only. Here is your clue under Money Talks. Like Annie says, if something is a sure thing, you can do this. Put up the last money you have.
Put the last money you have. What is You Bet Your Life?
No, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. So I will give it now to Chris and Mark. Again, here's the clue. Like Annie says, if something is a sure thing, you can do this. Put up the last money you have. Mark.
What is Go All In?
No. Chris, do you have a guess?
No.
Okay. The correct answer we were looking for was Bet Your Bottom Dollar. Bet your bottom
Yeah,
dollar there.
Yeah.
So, cost Mark and Scott a little bit of money there, but Scott is still your board with 3 clues left.
U.S. cities, close it out, please.
All right. The statue of Vulcan can be seen in this Alabama city. And that would be found in downtown Birmingham.
Oh.
Birmingham's what we're looking for. Scott?
2000 movies.
In China, this 1997 British comedy about unemployed guys becoming strippers became Pig 6 Strong Men.
Oh, I know this one.
What is it, Nils?
What is the Full Monty?
That would be the movie, yes. And now for the last clue for 1600. Germany knew this 1977 Woody Allen and Diane Keaton film as The Urban Neurotic. And that movie was called Annie Hall. Annie Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at the scores, and Chris, unfortunately, you were going to finish in 3rd place today, so you will not be participating in Final Jeopardy, but did you have fun with us?
Yes, I did. Thanks for having me, Brandon.
Well, you are welcome. You're going home with $1,000, and our thanks for playing. Give it up for Chris, y'all. And as for Scott and Mark, you have a very close game between both of you here as we move into final, and here is your subject for today. World landmarks. Take a minute, make up your wagers, and we'll see what they know about world landmarks coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Jeopardy. Our final Jeopardy category tonight is world landmarks. Players, as always, you'll have 30 seconds once I reveal the clue to give me the correct response to this. Completed in 1884, the Washington Monument became the tallest man-made structure, but 4 years later were surpassed by this. 30 seconds. Good luck. All right, let's see what our players know about world landmarks. We're going to start with Mark. You had 6,200 coming into the round. Let's see, what was your response? What is the Eiffel Tower? Well, first off, sir, I will say that you actually did spell it correctly. Second of all, that is also the correct answer.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I spelled Eiffel right or not.
You spelled it right, and even if you didn't, as long as you give me the idea of what you were trying to say, I could work with that. But Eiffel Tower is correct. What was your wager? Just 200. All right. Puts you at 6,400 now, still in second. We go to Scott, who's in the lead with 7,600 coming in. What did he say? What is the Eiffel Tower? GG, Mark, and Chris. He's going to be our champion. How much is he going to add? Another 2,400 there. So with $10,000, Scott Michaels, you are our first Jeopardy champion. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Scott.
Good game, Scott.
Good game, gentlemen.
Well done to all of you there. Mark, you'll finish in second with 2,000 today. Chris, you get 1,000, and Scott Michaels with $10,000. He's going to return on our next episode as defending champion, and hopefully you guys will return too next time, because I hope you enjoyed this opening episode of Jeopardy. We've got a full season of this coming your way, so make sure you stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Production. But in the meantime, between time, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. So long, everyone.